Don't explain your philosophy, embody it. Epictetus. What's up, Mystic Manifesting family? Nick with Mystic Manifesting here, and there was a little taste of a new type of video, which I've referenced in the past, but a Stoic video. And there's so much about manifesting in Stoicism, and last night I was having a hard time. I went to the gym in the middle of the night. I was extremely tired, but I was restless, and I wound up going to the gym just to straighten my head out. While I was there, I was listening to Stoic quotes, and that one came out. And it said what I just said. You have to embody your philosophy. And sometimes I realize I know how to manifest and I teach it, and I don't always share it with myself. I know how to teach it, and I think teaching is a great form of helping yourself learn more too, because through teaching I'm learning that there really are no circumstances that stand in the way. However, in my own personal life, I mean, it's easy looking from the outside in to tell someone circumstances don't matter, especially when you've overcome crazy circumstances. However, when the circumstances slap you on the face, it's a good, healthy reminder for me as a coach to see, okay, here's what it looks like to be in the thick of the circumstances. Now, this is not an SP one. There's some minor SP stuff that I had go on, but it was because I was letting the 3D influence me instead of realizing that I am the operant power and that everything happens within before it happens without. Now, I just came back from my birthday trip and I had a great trip with SP. When I returned, I found out very negative stuff about job relating things, financial stuff, where I'm living, and something from my past that was coming up to call me into court or something when I don't have time for that when I'm doing all this other things, which it really just doesn't matter, but it was stressing me out. And then dealing with some family stuff. So, but there's really like three major things that came up, and all these things came piling down as soon as I woke up. Now, I know that we're the operant power. Whatever we believe and visualize first, that's what will come into reality. But sometimes I do believe there are subconscious beliefs that are formed inside of us that will project out at random times, which is why we train our bodies and minds to be prepared for any negative situation. Not like we're expecting it, but so we're strong enough to deal with the situation when it arrives. I've done way better this time for the amount of negativity that was thrown on me yesterday versus in the past. The last time this happened was around Valentine's Day, so about a month ago. And no, it's over a month ago, about a month and a half ago, something like this happened. And I wound up taking out through the SP where it's like, oh, well, maybe she's talking to someone else, maybe this, maybe that. And I'm, instead of just focusing on my problem at hand and dealing with that and going within to deal with it, instead of trying all this pushback on the outside, like Neville said, there's nothing we can do to change the outside world. And trust me, I've tried it. Just to use an SP as an example, I've tried trips, money, spoiling, romance, being a dick, every single dating trick in the book to seduce / win my SP over. None of the 3D things worked, and it's like Neville said, there's nothing on the outside you can do to change. You have to first change within. And when Epictetus says we embody our philosophy, we need to become the master manifestors. We need to go within. So for me now, with the situations I'm facing, this morning I wound up sleeping in. One, I was up late till like 2 in the morning at the gym, sorting things out, and I might even share this little motivational video that I posted on Snapchat and Instagram. I'm trying to link all the pages because I do put little motivational gems in my other pages. However, I slept in, but it was because I was not going to wake up until what I wanted to visualize came into fruition. I don't start work till 2 p.m. So if you have that luxury, sleep sometime, maybe take a day to sleep in a little bit until you've achieved vision. And finally, I hit it. Finally, now it's like I've got it to the point where a couple times this morning since I've been up, I've been able to close my eyes, jump into that vision, and feel it. And whereas I went through another little bumpy thing with my SP because of past stories and stuff, I went through and used, I don't use it too much, but I went through the Ho'oponopono or whatever it is, um, for love and forgiveness. And I went back and I reworked some things mentally and changed some stories and just kind of made sure everything in my head was set straight before I moved on. And then now I can walk through the day as if everything I'm fearing is already past and the solution was already given naturally. Instead of worrying about, can I afford a new house? How do I get the house? How do I go full time into coaching? How do I do this? How do I do that? All these negative things that have popped up, there's nothing to do on the outside. And I think that's the main lesson. There's nothing to do on the outside. Everything must change within, and we must embody the state of the wish fulfilled, embody being the person that we want to be. There were a lot of times where, I mean, I love the support you guys give me. You say, oh, you're not letting us down. But a lot of times there are times I feel like I let you guys down because now it's like everybody is watching and waiting for me to do something, which puts a little bit of pressure on it's me putting pressure on myself to be able to manifest the perfect relationship, which it's not very perfect at all, but I don't think any relationship is. It's me trying to manifest the perfect life. And every day when you break it down and you really take a deep breath and look back, the progress I've made is so far compared to where I was and where I started. And they always call it a manifesting journey. It is. Life's a journey and manifesting is a journey. And things unfold in a natural way, and patience is the key, which I unfortunately don't have a lot of. And I know a lot of us don't have a lot of patience. But we're able to step back, look at where we were, and look at where we are now and see how far we've grown. I've had a lot of clients reach out and tell me about their success stories, and I'm glad they're looking at things that would be seen as small movement as just major movement or movement in general, because compared to where you were in no contact, but now you're in contact with someone. It might not be the contact you want, but you got them. For me, a client actually mentioned this to me the other day. He said that my situation is something that a lot of people would kill to be in. But for me, it's hard because trying to maintain a manifestation, feeling like you're going to lose it, you have to change a lot of your own mental thinking. And this whole thing is a process and a journey, but I wanted to remind you guys to have patience. And I got a phone call coming in, but I'm going to have to answer that later because this is very important. To have patience, be patient with yourself, forgive yourself, and love yourself. You're not messing this up. Remember, you can't fuck this up. That just popped into my head right now. It's my own affirmation, and it popped in my head right now. I'm working on getting those wristbands made so we always wear them. And remember, we can't fuck this up. Everything's always working out in our favor. So, I hope this helps some of you guys. It's Tuesday morning. I've got a very busy week ahead of me, so these videos won't have the best thumbnails, and they're going to be probably in gym gear or stuff where I'm on the go. No suits this week. I'm aiming for next week to be a little bit more professional and put together. And I'm aiming by this weekend to have the merch up. And I'm aiming to have a lot more things organized and set up by this weekend. And I do have a list of video requests that I'm trying to get to. But I've saved a bunch of Stoic philosophy stuff. So this week I might post some Stoic things. Next week I aim to do a little bit of Neville reading alongside with other things that you guys are struggling with and have questions on. But I believe in you guys. I know you believe in me, and you're always telling me not to be so hard on myself. Well, I'm telling you not to be so hard on yourself. As the great Rich Piana always used to say, we're all in this fucking together. So we are. We're all in this together. And we are going to manifest the lives of our dreams. We already have the lives of our dreams. we're just in a little rough patch. But what does that do? That just strengthens our mental capabilities, gives us a chance to test out manifestation, helps us push ourselves to a better state. And be thankful for where you are now. Do something you love. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you. Circumstances don't fucking matter.